Hey everybody, before I get started, I just want to mention a couple of ways that you can engage with me on a more personal level. I have a few avenues set up and I keep focusing on one, and I figured, why don't I make a short little video talking about all of them real quick before we get into these episodes. So first thing, Patreon. There's a link in the episode description, and every episode description to the Patreon, as well as a video on the feed called Major Announcement that has all the details of what each tier offers and how much they cost. I implore you to check that out. I offer a lot of cool shit for my patrons. Second thing, the Discord channel. There's also a Discord link in the episode description and in every episode description. I have multiple channels set up there for each show that I'm covering, and it's a great way to just engage with me. I have a channel set up for MMA talk as well. I'm a big MMA fan, so if you're an MMA fan, you can check that out as well. There's a link to the Discord in the episode description. And then lastly, the Facebook and Twitter. Social media. Follow me on there. I post news on there. When I say news, I mean like, hey, I'm stopping covering this show. Hey, I'm starting covering this show. Let me know what you think about this. I do live watches of things on Facebook where like I'll check in and say, I'm watching so-and-so show. And then I'll like live comment while I'm watching it. And that'll be cool if maybe you watch that show too and you want to watch along with me, or you're watching it later and you will see my thoughts, which are usually pretty entertaining because I'm usually pretty high when I'm writing them. So check out all those links in each episode description, and let's talk about this episode. Peace.
One mic. Yeah. All I need is one mic. Yeah. All I need is one mic.
Hey everybody, welcome back to One Mic, where I watch shit so you don't have to. And today I'm here to talk about Season 1, Episode 6 of Paramount Plus's 1923, entitled One Ocean Closer to Destiny. This title, I believe, because it's not one of those obvious ones where like the line is spoken in the episode, but I believe since a lot of this episode, most of this episode was spent with Spencer and Alex stranded in the middle of the ocean, I think that is the one ocean that they are closer to Destiny. Destiny being the return to Montana, and the one ocean that is keeping them away from that being the one that they're stranded on for most of this episode. So that's what I believe the title is representing. But before I talk about this episode, I've reached a boiling point. I want to read a post for you guys that I saw on Facebook, and then I want to talk about this topic because now I've had enough. So I'm going to read this topic. I'm going to read this comment, and I'm going to go to fuck off. This is the comment. So this comment was made on a post regarding this episode. With every episode, Julia Schlapers, I don't know how to say this, the woman who plays Alex. Julia Alex becomes more and more adorable and essential. What a delightful performance. Someone replied, facts. Someone else replied, her accent work is brilliant. All caps. I mean, she's from Seattle, suburban Seattle, for Christ's sakes. If I'd never known about her background, I would have sworn it was the latest Brit import, killing it as usual. Side note, those Brit people, they fucking kill our accents. They're great at it. And their chemistry is ridiculous. All caps. She was great in The Politician. I don't know why that's in all caps. Quotation marks. But this is like seeing her for the first time or something. Incredible work. Another person. True. All true. Spencer Dutton is killing the game, wifing up Alex like that. I'm not going to read any more of the comments. I wanted to read that to you guys. And I'm not doing that to shit on those people. Like, I very truly believe that this works for a lot of people. This being Spencer, Alex, their relationship, whatever. I am ready to declare Alex my most hated character in all of television history. I loathe this character. Has there ever been a stupider person in a show than Alex? I've had enough. I've said it all season. This motherfucker's stupid. She's acting like a child. She's constantly putting herself in bad positions where he has to save her, a really unimaginative damsel in distress. He has to save her every single time. And not only does she keep putting herself in these situations, she seeks them out. She finds ways to get in trouble. It is terrible. This woman is incompetent. She is annoying. She is a nuisance. She is a detriment to everyone's safety around her. She is an completely, an absolutely obnoxious fucking nitwit. I am done with this character. Fuck this character. She is stupid, terrible. I've had enough. I'm not even gonna bring up all the times that she's been herself through the previous episodes. I'm not even gonna bring them up. What did it? And I'm certain you guys know what did it. Spencer told her to sit her stupid ass on that boat and to not move. As soon as he dove into that water, I turned to my wife. I was like, that bitch about to jump in the water. What happened? What happened? Exactly. She jumped her dumb ass in the water. The next time Spencer comes up above that water, she's 30 feet away from the boat. Why were you, immediately? She didn't even wait. Immediately, she did the exact opposite of what he told her to do, got herself in trouble, and that was stupid of me. Yeah, it was stupid. Yeah, it was. And that's what you have been all season, is stupid. And I do not find stupid characters to be endearing, no matter how blonde they are, no matter how cute they are, no matter how often they fuck the main character throughout the course of the season. Nothing is gonna make a stupid character endearing to me, especially when the show is acting like they're not a stupid character. She's a very stupid character, and she acts like a child. She is not attractive. She's not anyone that I would want to have around. She's annoying. She's a nuisance. She's a nitwit. She's a terrible character. I hate her. Hate. I want this character dead. Please kill off this character. I want Spencer to deal with that pain because it'll make Spencer way more interesting and it will get this obnoxious, stupid character off of my screen. Endearing? What did he call her? I'm sorry, what word did this man? I closed it out already. But are you kidding me with that description? Oh, I mean, what a terrible character. What a terrible, terrible character. Do any of you like her? Why? Do any of you like her? I really want to know why or how anyone could like this character. Desperately. I need to know. How can you watch that and go, oh, she's so dumb. She is so annoying. And all they do is give us long 10-minute scenes of them saying loving things to one another, most of the time with her explaining her love via a lens of, this is how I'm going to annoy you for the rest of your life. And the show is trying to tell me that I'm supposed to read that as, oh, she wants to annoy him forever. I hate Alex. I'm done. Moving on. We see Kara begin her search for livestock agents, which Jake asked her to do. I thought the sexism was so heavy-handed that I think my face is still sore from being slapped over the face with it. But I liked that Jack, how he handled that situation. But I thought this is really okay, I get it. Things aren't as woke as they are nowadays. I get it, but okay. But Kara ends up snitching on Jake's plan to kill Banner, which I thought was it was meant to be a controversial move. Jake is rightfully upset. I think that Kara did the right thing. But I think no one accounted for the fact that Jake's logic for wanting to do this was not solely revenge. It is very much I need to save the ranch. And they've done a very good job, I think, in this episode, in the last episode, of telling us that they're this close. And now Banner, with the help of Timothy Dalton's character, is going to make that a reality. And I think now, going into episode 7, I expect episode 7 to be a good one. Because I feel like now, I said last video, and I feel like this show is dragging out certain plot points. And I still feel that way. But I feel like this episode started to bring stuff to a point where you can't do it anymore. Spencer and Alex need to arrive, I think, in episode 7. If they don't, I'm prepared to be shocked at the lengths that they're gonna have to go to continue to delay Spencer and Alex arriving in America. Like, I'm good. Like, if they continue to delay, if it doesn't happen in episode 7, I'm gonna be surprised. I might even be pissed at how they're dragging it out. But I expect them to get there like around episode 7. Even if they don't get to the ranch, I expect them to get to America in episode 7. I feel like the stuff with Banner needs to make a move now. Like, Banner, Timothy Dalton, that needs to happen. Tiana in this episode, we see some cops go to her grandma's house looking for her, and I think we are to believe that she's dead now. Like, they pushed her into like what was that, like a stove or something? She fell, hit her head. I think we're meant to believe that they killed her. They clearly, unsurprisingly, they don't give a fuck. Like, why would they, right? It's 1923. She's brown. They're white. It's no different than it is in 2023. Cops roll up in your house and kill brown people and walk the fuck out every day in this country in 2023. Not at all a shock they're doing it in 1923. You got a problem with me saying that? Fuck you. It's what's happening. They kill like I feel like that needs to come to a head too. Like, he's promised to bring her to her father, or I think he promised to bring her father to her, but that needs to come to a head, I think. And also, like, where do you guys even think the Tiona story is going? Like, they've now established, which I think was already obvious, that she was, the elder Rainwater here. But what's gonna be like that to me? The story of her escaping this, we're gonna make you a natural, like we're gonna turn you into a nice, well-rounded white woman school. Like, her escape from that was a compelling story. But now that she's free, where do they plan on taking this story? And this isn't a criticism or anything like that. It really is just like an open question. Like, what do you think they do? Like the story in Yellowstone, the Rainwaters, their story, well, not Rainwater, but the Rainwater and his people, their story is very closely connected to John's story because of the whole land situation, right? But we don't have that right now with Tiona. So how are they going to make Tiona's story relevant to the Dutton story so many generations ahead of time? And I'm not saying that the two need to intersect. I'm not saying that. But I'm curious to see what direction they're going to try to take the Tiona story to where I can see in the future the two storylines converging, or at the very least, one of them mattering to the other. And I think, we saw the scene earlier in the season where they tried to take sheep, I think, to Native American land, and the one guy gives I think it was like Jack a knife. I think we're meant to, like, maybe Tiona's eventually going to end up there. Maybe even, what if the guy who gave the knife to Jack is Tiona's father? I bet that's it. I'm not even gonna keep talking. I feel like I solved it. like that's what it is. I feel like I solved it. That's gonna be Tiona's father, and then now she's gonna be, probably for like season 2, it's gonna be a thing where like Tiona Rainwater and her people are gonna be directly involved in whatever conflict is existing between Spencer. I feel like do you guys think that they might kill off Harrison Ford's character so he doesn't have to do a season 2? I feel like they might. Like, they might kill off Jake, and it's going to be Kara, whatever livestock agent she manages to hire, Tiona and her people versus, and Banner and his people. Like, that's going to be like the season 2 main thing. And this season is focused on putting all those people in the same place. So a season dedicated to putting all the people in the same place for a second season is probably why this season feels so slow to me, but we'll see what happens. But where was I? Let's talk about the other stuff on the boat. I mean, I'm not... it's hard for me to even talk about the Spencer and Alex stuff without getting mad, but we see the entirety of their story is them stranded on the boat. We see on the underside of this boat. I was obviously wrong about them using rope to get on the ghost ship, but they meet with various obstacles. Trying to survive. Spencer lays out early that they're gonna need water. They don't have water, even though they're on the ocean, but they don't have drinkable water. They're right under the sun. They got to get saved. There's a scene where like sharks are coming, but then like nothing comes of it. But rewind briefly. When the episode opens, I think So I believe the episode opens with, I think Spencer is free and he swims to the surface of the water, and he starts yelling for Alex, and there's like pounding underneath, and he goes back down, and it looked to me like Alex was just chilling. Like, did it not look that way to y'all? Like, Alex was chilling. And then he asks her, like, he's like, can you swim? She's like, I'm quite the swimmer. Bitch, why the fuck you sitting there then? Swim the fuck out. Like, again, damsel in distress. What are you doing? But you gotta make, they are insisting on making this character a fucking burden at every turn. You are an incredible swimmer. Why the fuck you ain't swim out? No, you had to sit there. Spencer, come save me. That's what I'm here for. Like, I fucking hate Alex. We see the sharks surrounding the boat. Nothing comes out of that, which I thought was weird. I thought that was gonna be really cool. I'm like, oh man, like the shark's gonna like start knocking against the boat. It's gonna be shaking, and maybe like one of them's about to fall in. Like, that would be sweet. And do nothing with the sharks. Eventually, another boat shows up, captained by Captain Benjamin Stark. Long story short, he ends up, and again, long story short, because they spend like 15 minutes on a scene where all you get from the scene is like one simple thing. But he ends up marrying them. He points out that it's what do you say? It's illegal to marry for the point of citizenship. And Spencer's like, well, it's a benefit. I thought that was funny. Like, oh, Spencer out here hustling, man. Like, Spencer, you part black. Like, I like that. No, it's a benefit, but that's not why we doing it. Then he gives this random annoying woman he doesn't know his dead mom's ring. Like, why does everybody like her so much? She cute, but like, she's cute, but she's too like young and like if they made her to a grown and sexy woman, she'd probably be hot. But they have her behave like a 12-year-old. How am I supposed to sit here and be like, oh wow, she's hot? Like, I feel like I'm looking at a child. Why would I think she was hot? Anyway, for whatever reason, Benjamin Stark gives her his dead mom's ring. This random fucking annoying person. They fuck for the 80th fucking time, and like I said, it's like a grown man fucking a child. Like, I can't even like. I don't even look at it like, oh, this is romantic. Like, no, I look at it like, okay, well, this is pedophilia. Like, again, they just really want to hammer home the point that these two, hammer home, pun intended. They just want to hammer home the point that these two love each other and all this kind of shit. And I get it. And then the last thing that I want to talk about this episode, because not a lot happened here, but the last thing I want to talk about, again, evidence number 1.8 million on why I fucking hate Alex. They go out, this is how the episode ends. They go out on the deck of this ship. It's nighttime. It looks like they're about to do so. Me and my wife both said they better not do this Titanic shit. If they had done Titanic, that this would have been the last video y'all saw. I'd have been like, okay, if they did anything that even made me think about Titanic other than seeing the point of that boat, if they did anything that made me think Titanic, I'd have cut it off and that'd have been it. I'm done with this show. But they didn't do anything Titanic. But they go up there and Spencer says something to the effect of like, yeah, no lights where we're going, just the moon and the stars and whatever you throw in the fire. And she's like, why ain't no light? He's like, ain't no electricity. And now the rich, spoiled, entitled white girl, now she's concerned. No electricity. Next thing you're gonna tell me is no plumbing. There's no plumbing? Now, as if I needed any more reasons to dislike Alex, this whole time, 80 scenes of this show, and 80 scenes, 78 of them a fucking waste of time. 80 scenes telling us that are meant to show us that these two characters love each other, and constant monologues from Alex about how no matter how much you try to get rid of me, I love you, I'm gonna be here. No, even in this scene, like she says, like the sun is gonna be on your face, that it's gonna be on my back, we gonna die together, all this stuff. As soon as she finds out there ain't no electricity or no water, she got real hesitant looking, didn't she? All this, oh, I love you unconditionally unless there's no plumbing, now I gotta reconsider. And then what does she say? I wrote it down. Funny the things men fail to mention when they're trying to bed you. He tried to ditch you like 3 times. What are you talking about? Why are you trying to imply that he failed to mention no electricity and plumbing so he could get laid when he tried to leave you from episode 1. When he was leaving in that car, you left the man that you were supposed to be marrying, mind you, another indication that Alex is a piece of shit. You ran, oh, but it's romantic. You ran off from the guy chasing behind his car. He tried to leave you. Funny the things fail to mention when they try to bed you. He tried to leave you, I can't remember the second time. He tried to leave her a second time. He tried to leave her last week when it was time to get on the boat. He tried to leave her at every opportunity. And then she gonna try to imply that he withheld information that was important to her so he could get laid. How does anyone like this awful, awful character? How? I hate Alex. Like, when I think of like the all-time bad characters, I think of like Lori from Walking Dead. I think of like Skylar from like Breaking Bad. Alex is 10 times worse than both of them combined. Like I could not tolerate Alex in real life. I cannot tolerate Alex on this show. I'm legit hoping that there's only 8 episodes of this show so I can limit the time I gotta see her. I need that character dead, man. Like, this is an obnoxious character. I'm sorry, guys. I enjoy this show, despite what this may look like. I just really hate that character. And the reason these last 2 videos have probably made it look like I don't like the show is because these last 2 episodes have focused so heavily on Spencer and Alex while providing no new valuable information about them at all during this time. It's just 2 episodes of like, look how hard of a time they're having getting in America and look how much they love each other. I didn't need 2 episodes of that. I didn't need 80 examples. So like, while I might look like I'm shitting on the show, I'm not shitting on the show. I enjoy the show. I'm shitting on Alex. I'm shitting on their relationship and why the show is now making that like I said in the last video, it feels like they're now the A-plot. Like that's how this is gonna continue. Like if they're gonna become like the main people on this show, I don't know if I can keep watching this. Like, because I think that this is that bad of a character. Like, this is an all-time bad character. Like I said, this is my #1 most hated character now. I don't know if I can keep watching a show that is behaving as if this is an endearing character. I can't do it. Clearly, like from the quote that I read, there are people who rock with this character. If you one of them, help me understand how you can like someone who says and does that kind of stuff. Like, funny the things men fail to mention when they're trying to bed you. Don't even, like, that doesn't even jibe with anything we've seen so far. Not at all. Doesn't make a lick of sense. How can you like a character that says something like that? How can you like a character who brags about how annoying she is? How can you like a character who can't follow direction? It's not like she jumped in the water like 40 minutes later. Like, as soon as his head was underwater after telling her not to move, she moved. Like, she is a child who can't follow basic direction. How can you guys like someone like that? Like, would you like that in real life? Like, if you had a wife or a daughter or something, you were like, stay right there. And then you look this way and they started moving? Wouldn't that annoy you? Like, how could you like this person? I don't know, man. Like, tell me in the comments. You guys have been, if you're on the Facebook page, you know what I've been dealing with. I've been sick. My back is fucked up. It's like a can of Pringles at this point. My spine is. It's terrible. I'm in a lot of pain all the time, so I had to take this time off. I've been trying to backfill, get caught up. I've done 6 videos over the course of 2 days. Like, I'm trying to get caught up here. It's now 11 a.m. on Sunday, February 19th. There's a new episode of this show out. I'm about to watch. Well, no, actually, no. I'm going to watch Mayor of Kingstown first, and then I'll probably watch this tonight and get the new video out tomorrow morning. This is a big episode for this show. I'm at a crossroads here. I enjoy, like, I think the majority of what makes up this show. The problem is the portion of this show that is Spencer and Alex in particular, is now so bad, and now they've expanded how much of the show that is. I don't know. I don't know how much I could. Like, if Alex is gonna be like if every week I'm gonna see this much Alex, and she's gonna be this dumb, this annoying, this much of a burden every week, and everyone, the show, the people online, the people in the Facebook groups, all pretend like this motherfucker's not stupid and annoying. And that, like, I just have to see this. I don't know how much I can tolerate this. So this is a pivotal episode 7. So I can't say I will see you guys next week. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you're somebody who's watching this in real time, I will see you guys tomorrow to talk about episode 7. And until then, peace.